So basically, Unicode is a community rather than a community that has been established about 4 years back, and we're trying to get people from our college into tech. So it was started by our seniors who currently one of them is doing his PhD. Couple of them are working at Facebook, Apple. One's a pilot. So it's about different people coming together and inspiring kids who are just starting out into tech. And I think the main aim of what we call Unicode is trying to be able to establish a good communication between your seniors and your juniors. Something that before Unicode was not possible in our college because we had an in-person college. हम आज से college घर चले जाते थे, and there was never any motivation compared to जैसे you see your friends who studying at IITs and NIT. वहाँ पर वो एक college में अपने friends के साथ है, तो उनका काम करने की ना motivation होती थी. That's one of the reasons they usually ended up being better than us. So
Yeah,
our senior.
Anandati, actually, your voice is cracking a bit. Could you just adjust your mic a bit? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Can you hear now properly?
Nah, it's not really great.
Wait, can you hear now properly?
I think I can. Harsh? Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, so basically ये था कि did you hear what I said पहले or should I start again?
No, we heard it. Continue करो.
I think you can back up a sentence or two. That's it.
Okay, basically I was saying why Unicode was started. It was started because we have identified a gap in our college system कि जहाँ पर हम अपने आप में तो interact कर रहे थे, but we're not interacting with our seniors and our juniors. तो जो knowledge है वो कभी pass on नहीं हो रही है. That's when Unicode came across. This is like I said, IITs and NIT with हमारे जो friends पढ़े होंगे, just living in a hostel, they'll have great interactions with their seniors, which is not possible in our college. So that's when Unicode comes across. We have like basically 3 levels of Unicode. One is SE mentors, mentees, P mentors, and B mentors. Next year, you'll come inside the department and you'll become an official part of the computer engineering department. You'll become a part of and you'll are selected into Unicode. You'll be the SE mentees. You'll be working on projects. You will be working on projects, and you'll be actually coding. That will be on your resume. Next, then you're going to T's. You'll become team mentors. They'll actually guide your SEs into these projects. You'll closely lead these projects. You'll become project managers. And then the last level is B mentors, where you're basically looking at the entire organization as well. Again, with Unicode, we always aim to incorporate what the corporate structure is. We use platforms that are being used in current MNCs around the world. So that's what separates Unicode from other committees. Is again, like I said, we're trying to establish a community where we have seniors who are again graduated, working studying in their PhD, working at Apple, working at Facebook, Amazon, who are still in contact with us on a weekly basis. So that was what Unicode is. Now, again, before we start the session, I'm pretty sure I'll know what the session is going to be about, and I'm going to hand the reins to Jay and Govind and Harsh very, very soon. But one small advice: I was in your position 4 years ago, and मुझे कुछ नहीं आता था, and हम सब तुम्हारे पोजीशन में रह चुके हैं कि हमें कुछ नहीं आता है. हाँ, शायद अभी तक कुछ नहीं आता है, वो पता नहीं, but तुम्हारे पोजीशन में कुछ नहीं आता था, but we went through these sessions very diligently. I'm not promising कि तुम्हारा knowledge 0 से 100 एक session में हो जाए. Be patient, get inspired by what you think, understand how these people are working. Don't just see what content they're giving, understand their thinking, and you go with the flow and be consistent. Even after the session, you're at your home, but go back home and do practice and do your projects and stick with tech for as long as you can. It's a great field, and welcome to Unicode. So Jay, Govind, if you guys want to say something, then I'll...
Thank you so much, Ananya. Jay, please.
Is it clear, audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hello guys. I'm Jay. I'm also currently in my B. So the major purpose of organizing Unicode HackPrep event is just to get you started with coding. Like we are not promising as such like we'll know everything that's out of the like box once you like attend all these events, but it's just a way of like getting things what are like possibilities of different technologies are like, and later you can explore like the things. But like this is just a way of interacting and like connecting with seniors. So yeah, try to get the most out of it, and like yeah, and hope to see you in SCs as well, like joining Unicode. I think yeah, we can start like there's a lot of talking.
Okay, chalo. Anyways, thanks a lot, Jay. So Jay and Ananya are fourth year final years, and they are our mentors here. Harsh and I are in third year. So what's up, guys? We're gonna start with our session now. TK, it's a typical YouTube start like, what's up, guys? Nothing like that. We're just gonna have our proper hack prep sessions over here. And my name is Govind Thakur, and I'm with Harsh Vartak. We will be taking your main session today. And we have our beautiful mentees, or I can say all of them are boys. So we can have our joyous mentees, Jinay, Aditya, Shreyas, Junaid, Akshat, Karthik, and a few more. I guess their videos are not on site. I don't see them right now, but they'll be here to answer all of your doubts whenever you have them. So just a quick go by thing before we start properly with this event is something you need to keep in mind. First off, I've just right now disabled the option for you all to unmute yourself. I will be enabling that in a while. If you have any doubts, please spam them in the chat. And also, there will be a one-to-one doubt session going on in the middle, where you will be taken to breakout rooms, and you'll be assigned one of our mentees. They will be clearing your doubts one-on-one about Python, about anything. And yeah, we're going to have a really interactive session, so please stay tuned, and please keep watching this presentation, because we're going to be having pop quizzes in the middle. We're going to be having something really interesting. We also have memes to just keep you laughing if you're bored. So we have prepared this presentation for everyone, for those who have who do not know coding at all, to those who may be a little moderately experienced. So today's session is basically programming basics. And without more ado, I'll just start showing you all something. Otherwise, bakte bakte insaan pak jata hai. Okay, so let's go on. This is done. Let's start with our presentation. So that is Unicode's HackPrep Day 1, Programming Basics. Today's agenda is basically we're going to cover this session in two main parts. First part is going to be what is coding, introduction to Python. We are going to be using Python for our course today. And in case you're thinking, dang, Python aata hai, koi baat nahi. We're not going to make you bored. Introduction to Python, input output in Python, data types in Python, operators in Python, decision statements, loopings, functions, classes, and Python's various possibilities. That's a secret section. We'll show you later properly. The part 2 will also cover Git, where we're going to talk about Git and GitHub, where we're just going to introduce you to what is version control, what is Git and GitHub. We're going to teach you the basic commands like push, pull, cloning, and we're going to make you also learn how to do forking. Forking, you heard me right. Okay, so let's start with the first part. What is coding? So Harsh, I'll begin, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Great. So what is coding? First of all, a quick question. Everyone just raise their hands if they can. Who has had some experience, any experience about coding? Anything? Why do I see only 2 attendees?
Oh, there are 121.
Okay, I don't know. Something's wrong with my thing. Quickly, guys, if you could raise your hands and tell me how many people have some experience in coding.
30 plus people have already raised their hand. That's nice. So
Nice,
what
nice,
kind
nice.
of?
Okay. So you will have had some experience in coding. No worries. I won't be asking anyone to unmute ki bhai batao coding kya hai karke. We are not going to be faculties. Okay, and guys, this is not a faculty-based lecture. We will be asking, like, it's not going to be aisa ki laga ke so gaye ya laga ke kahin chale gaye. We don't want that. We want this to be really useful for you guys as well. Okay, so let's say at least half the people around, or you can say a good one third, one half people have an idea of what
people
coding
have an idea of what coding is. Yes.
Okay, let's continue on. So what coding is basically, many people have any definitions on Wikipedia, on Geeks for Geeks, on different places. But what coding could be is basically you or a human user using some sort of language, some sort of medium in order to enable a machine to do something. Okay, a machine could be either your own laptop, it could be some other device, it could be a normal IoT device, it could be a Raspberry, it could be your fan or something. But basically, a human using not a language that is a language of the machine to make the machine do something. Okay, coding has unlimited examples. Okay, I'm sure all of you all have seen so many things about coding and ऐसे बहुत सुना भी होगा C, Java, Python, ये सब वो सब. So all of you must have heard exactly what this thing is. What exactly coding is, I feel, is the way you communicate to the computer. Okay, ज़्यादा भाषण नहीं दे रहा, but it's exactly how you will learn another normal language. You communicate with humans like other humans. You may order your younger sibling to get you a glass of water or something. Similarly, you order a computer to print some value for you. Okay. So that's exactly what coding is. And we will be using, as I said before, that we will be doing our session in Python. So let's start with the very basic use of Python. Okay, anyone? First of all, Python is basically another programming language. Now, what is a programming language? A programming language is one, you can say, way you can type or you can get your computer to do something or the other. ओके, कंप्यूटर मशीन है, वो खाली बाइनरी समझता है, मशीन लैंग्वेज समझता है, जीरोस एंड वन समझेगा, बिकॉज इट्स बेसिकली वर्किंग ऑन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. इट डजंट हैव अ ब्रेन ऑफ इट्स ओन. द ब्रेन इज you have to make a computer work, and a programming language is a way where both of you can interact and understand each other. You type some code, there is a compiler that will compile the code, understand it from you, convert it into machine language so that the computer can understand it, and then they can continue their work. They can do whatever is to be done that you have told you, and then they will get an output back to you. So input is something that the user gives to the computer as some, you want to put in a value, you want to put in some example, like you want to give the computer something, some data to be processed by, and the output would be the return of the same. I think this is a good time to also introduce REPL. Harsh, what do you think?
Yep, we should. Govind, do you have the REPL link ready, or should I share one?
I think you should share it. Will you be screen sharing right now? Should I take it down?
No. You keep the screen sharing. I'll put one in the chat.
Okay, so first of all, what is REPL? REPL.it is just another. I'll exit the presentation for now. It's just another way you can actually access your. You can actually use coding or something. I actually. Excuse me. I would actually have. It would be really lovely if you could get on REPL. So REPL is basically going to help us and help you as well. REPL.it, I think everyone should quickly just go on there and create their own accounts or just log in. You can use your own Gmail, Google account, or you can use your GitHub account. So we thought that other than, making you guys install Python, making you guys install all of that, we'll just make you do somewhere online where everything is already installed. You can do that part later, but everything what we want to teach you today about coding and stuff is always going to be here. So everyone can just take their time as soon as and like quickly get signed up on REPL. Meanwhile, I'll just create a new REPL for now in Python. Should I wait for everyone, or like should I just go on and create one right now, Harsh? What do you think?
I think you create one, you show them how to create one and let them see it.
Fine. So let's just wait for a minute or two for everyone to get on REPL.it. Guys, when you're done getting on REPL.it, quickly raise your hand on your we need to raise your hand once you're done. Okay, we're on very limited time. We have to finish up real quickly because सबको घर जाना है. दिन भर के लेक्चर से सुन के पक गए होगे, तो हम भी फटाफट करेंगे. ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं खाएंगे तुम्हारा. Okay guys, फटाफट. Only a few people have done it. बाकी लोग है ना?
हाँ है चालू हो गया.
शुरू से ही भाग गए सब लोग. ऐसे नहीं चाहिए मुझे. Great. Love the enthusiasm, guys. सब लोग फटाफट कर रहे हैं. Great. 46 people done already. Let's go. Should I put on some, say, background music for everyone to hear to hurry up, or just let it be?
Yep, create a REPL in Python. It'll show it to you. Give it a second. Yeah, go on. Whoever's late, I think Pradyuman. If you could see the link posted above of REPL.it, just go over on that and sign up with your GitHub account if you have made one, or just use your Google account otherwise. And raise your hand once you're done.
Put your hands in the air. Okay, I'm not gonna go, guys. Oh, hey, Chris. Hi. So Chris is also another mentee. He's gonna be helping you guys with doubts. Okay. Let's just adjust my chair. Hmm, 56 पे आके रुक गए. बाकी सब कर रहे हो now? It's just a site. Oh yeah, I would really recommend everyone to use their laptops throughout this session, throughout HackPrep, so that it's very useful for you, so that you can code with us. Okay, if you don't code with us, I really can't guarantee if you will have as much fun as everyone as those who are coding with us will have.
Yeah,
We're
the
gonna be doing
session will
something
become
fun.
boring. The session will
Yeah.
become just like another lecture. So that's being pointless.
हाँ, and ये practical भी नहीं बनाना है, so come on. Okay. हाँ. I think a good amount of people are done. Let's just wait one more minute for everyone to done. Again, repeating the instructions. That is, go to repl.it and go on and just log in there. Sign up there. Sign up either with your Google account or sign up with your GitHub account. Am I speaking too fast, or am I going something? Is the audio good enough, or is there any problems? Jinay, Aditya, Akshat, everything's good on your side? Things good?
Yeah, audio is clear.
Cool. Great. So it's amazing to interact with first years, you know. They're also enthusiastic and good, full of energy. Enthu आता है एकदम. Enthu की
I
बात की
think we should
79 पे
start.
रुक गए.
I think we should start. A majority of them have done it.
Okay, I really hope everyone has done it. Let's assume the 81 people are like us who are lazy and don't want to raise their hands. हाथ ये वाले उठाने भी ऐसे मुश्किल हो रहा है. So I'm assuming everyone has done. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a new REPL. So I'm just gonna go and click this blue button here, new REPL. I'm gonna select Python, and it already gives you a name here. I'm just gonna use that. I don't know why, I just like it. I'm gonna make it public, and because I'm not gonna pay any money for REPLs, upgrade your account. No, create your REPL. So I created my REPL. I'm gonna go ahead inside it. I guess automatically these things get set up for you. You should all see this kind of screen over there. Okay, so the basic people who have had experience in coding, I guess the first thing they teach you is to how to talk with that language, right? How to get an input to it, how to take an output from it. So the first thing we're gonna do is to get an output from it, because हमको पहले return अच्छा लगता है, फिर invest करते हैं. I guess that is our basic understanding. I'm not gonna print hello world. I'm just gonna say HackPrep is awesome. Because Unicode, because hello world, come on, that's cliche. Well, so is HackPrep is awesome, but who knows? Okay, so go ahead and just type print and open brackets, HackPrep is awesome. Print is the function that tells you to give an output. And since they're passing a string inside it, it's gonna, okay, what is string? What are these words? I'll be explaining to you everything in detail. So a string you can understand basically as a sentence. And I'm saying that print, in fact, it's telling you here what it does actually. It prints the values to a stream or to sys.dout by default. it basically is going to give you an output. Okay, so once I'm going to done typing a particular program, all I'm going to do in REPL is to run it, or either you could go on console and just type, on shell you can type python main.py. I'm just going to save myself some work, and I'm just going to type run. So yep, if you should see an output like that, HackPrep is awesome. You're free to put anything inside that, those two quotation marks over there. That's going to basically give you any output that you desire. Okay, if you think this is the case, we're not going to have that. We are going to make it awesome and awesome experience for you. So if that is clear, we are also going to help you understand input. So everyone likes to feel good about themselves, right? Especially if someone's saying something good. So let's just take an input name. Let's take your own input name. Okay, I'm going to say input, and I'll just say inside I'm just going to pass enter your name. So what this does is, if you can see, automatically REPL is explaining to you as you type. It's a prompt. That means it's going to tell you, it's going to give you a hint as to what input it may be, the program may be expecting over there. So input function is used for taking an input from the user, and print is for an output. In output. Okay, it's pretty obvious. Input means input. Right. So let's run that and enter your name. I'm just gonna write Owen, but okay, I didn't do anything with that name yet, right? So I'm just gonna do a little bit of more changes here. A basic string manipulation. I'm just gonna type hi, comma name. Okay, and this is basically going to just print whatever was there in the value name besides the string hi. You need to separate two separate things to be printed with a comma. And if I run that, I'm gonna say my name and see it says hi Govind. It just tells me, it just says hi Govind. I'm just to make sure you're following. If you all got your own name as an output, please raise your hand. I just need see a few hands just to understand everyone is there with us and I'm connected well to the internet. I'm assuming these guys have got their output, right? Like, abhi aa gaye hai. Okay, so if you see your name as an output, well done. Now let's do one thing. Let's make ourselves feel good. Okay, someone may be having a bad day. Someone is like, yeah, what a horrible day, and something like that. Let's do something to make ourselves feel better. Okay, no one needs to tell you that you're awesome. You can tell yourself that you're awesome, and you are going to feel so much better now. And yeah, hi Govind, you're awesome. Thanks, yeah. I know myself. I'm awesome. Yeah. Anyways, if you get this output, we're all done with input and outputs there. So I'm just gonna wait for just a couple of minutes for you all to type this down. I'm gonna wait for a while for you guys to type your code so that everyone's typing side by side. This is really basic code. Someone is thinking, यार क्या है? तो ठीक है, थोड़ा टाइम के लिए रुक जाओ. Just take a chill pill, get your coffee, refill your coffee. We're gonna have a test. Let's see how well you do in that test over there. Okay, I'm not gonna show this anymore. अब इस पे आ जाते हैं. It doesn't. I hope people don't mind if I switch between English and Hindi. I believe ऐसे multi-language use करना अच्छा रहता है, even for humans, even for laptops or PCs. But okay. So here we have a basic code snippet given here that is input and output ka. So you can either convert your inputs. So if you see the first example there, in is equal to int of input, enter your employee number. You can either convert your inputs into a particular data type. That is when you said, okay, I'm going to take an input and then I'm going to convert it into an integer. The third value also says I'm going to take an input and convert it into a float. And the fifth one says I'm going to take an input and convert it into a boolean. Int, float, boolean, kya bol raha hai kuch? What is all this? If you are like this right now, don't worry. I'm going to be explaining everything in detail. Okay, just understand that there are certain data types. That means data has certain types or data has certain ways of it being represented by the computer to understand. So we are just telling that computer कि भाई ये number है, ये decimal value है और ये true false है, boolean है. So that's how you take an input and an output example. Print Unicode is Unicode. Can anyone guess the output? It's a really difficult question though. If anyone can guess the output, like guys, can you lower your hands? I'm going to be using your raise hands wala options a lot. So just lower your hands once you're done with the stuff, okay? Can anyone just spam in the chat, like the first few people, is what could be the output of the following example there? Print Unicode is Unicode. Yeah, Jinish, we understand VS Code is best, but that's only if you set it up. So what is the output? Unicode is Unicode. Unicode is Unicode. Yep, that's very true. Oh, Unicode is Unicode. Someone is putting there. Anyways, so yeah, and Unicode is the correct answer, and not, sadly, not this meme. It would be amazing, right? Someone just writes a text and then people give a meme output. Ah, okay, I'm gonna write that Python program someday. Python is a really powerful language. Actually, one of the reasons we chose Python for today is because the further applications that you will be using will also be using your knowledge that you will gain in Python. And Python is very, very strong. Like Python can achieve a lot of stuff that don't know about. Like think of something you want to do with your computer and just type on Google with Python. You're gonna find a Python program that does everything for you. So I guess one day I'm gonna write a program which outputs memes once you see a particular text. If anyone has done that, please let me know. It will be something interesting. I'll first discuss data types then, because it should be discussed. I think this should be covered first. Are we all good so far? So everything's good. Can I just get a wave from people who are on video? Like everything's good. Everything's awesome. Okay, great.
Yep, people are clapping. Yep, we good to go.
Amazing. Yeah, if the four guys could lower their hands, otherwise I'll be confused. क्या हुआ? कुछ doubt है क्या? Chinmay, Ayush, Aditya, and Priyambi. Chinmayi, I'm so sorry. Okay, they are doing it. Amazing. Python data types. What are data types? So, data flows in a lot of things. Okay, data is something you deal with every day. Like data is something even you deal not only with PCs but your human life as well. Early morning, what is the data you need? What is the time of the day? How many fingers do you have right now? Do you still have all 10 with you? Or can you stand up? Can you sit? All of them are like different answers. All of them are text or things that you need to process and understand. So data, when it comes to machines, they need certain understandings, or you need to specify to the machines as to what type of data they're expecting. There can be numeric data, there can be floating data, or there can be a yes no answer or a binary kind of answer, which could be true or false. In coding language, we call that Boolean. There could be a set of data, as in how many like I say सामान खरीदने जाना है, क्या क्या याद रखना है, चिप्स के पैकेट 2, बारलेजी 4, मारी 5, माजा 6, whatever. You need to remember that. And maybe probably a sequence type that is there. So Python data types are widely classified into 5 types, that is numeric, dictionary, Boolean, set, and sequence type. Numeric is going to be integer, that is int that we saw earlier. Float is going to be float. Float is decimal value. And complex number. Complex number, I hope you guys know, if you have done I hope, I'm not expecting essay, but I think everyone knows what complex numbers are, right? The numbers root of -1, I, imaginary numbers.
A plus IB basically.
A plus IB. Perfect. Thanks, Harsh. So complex numbers are basically non-real numbers. They can basically dealing with stuff you already can't. So okay. Boolean is something that I just told you about, true or false. Can you get up? True. If you cannot get up, false. Are you late to class? Yes or no. Am I boring? I guess false. Set. Boolean, and Boolean answers has only 2 types, true and false. Okay, it's used largely in conditions where you need to understand if something has happened or something has not happened. Set is basically a set of things you need to do. Sequence में 3 type है. There is strings, there is list, there is tuple. Okay, so what are strings? Strings are basically a sequence of characters. Okay, characters A, B, C, D, bada A, bada B, bada C, all chota, bada, space, asterisk, slash, all of these guys are characters. Okay, so a set of characters together is called a string. A list is basically a set of objects together. We will be discussing list properly. A tuple, we'll also be doing that. We won't be doing all of these. We have to save time, and we need you to know at least the basics. We can't tell you everything today. I would love to, but yeah. Anyways, so what did the Boolean say to the integer? You can't handle the truth. Integers can only deal with numbers, whereas Booleans are actually the ones who can use true and false. Coming back to variable declarations. Okay, let's just go on and just do a little coding here. So all of you all can just really put, let's just take some values. Okay, I'm gonna say A is equal to 5. B is equal to 10.5. C is high. D is yo. Okay, I'm just not gonna use this thing right now. But A, B, C. Okay. Oh, okay. I can say D is capital T, true. I guess you're already guessing what I'm trying to do. But here's what we're trying to understand is, let's see how if you can check if Python itself can check what the data type of a particular variable is given to you. So you need to use the function type. Okay. What is function? Something that makes you that is already pre-written for you. It makes your work a lot easier. Okay. I'm just gonna use this print type A, print type B, C, and D. And I am just going to store this. So basically I'm asking, let's see what the output is for now. I've stored four values, A, B, C, and D. In them I'm storing something called as 5, 10.5, high, true. And I'm seeing what their types are. Let's see if Python understands what the data types are. And yes, it is amazingly understood all of them. So for A, it says int. For B, it says float, class float. For C, it says class str. Str stands for string. And class D, it says bool, not bhoot, bool. Bool means boolean. So what did I just do right now? What is this A, B, C, D? ये क्या किया मैंने अभी? How did I just control these entities? So there is something called variables. Okay, a variable is something that just stores a particular value. So a variable can be consisting of two main types. That is that is a variable name, and the data it's going to store. Okay, so a variable will be like you guys have heard in maths, I guess, a constant and a variable. A constant is a value whose value will never change. A variable is something whose value will constantly change. So once if I define, I'm just going to keep this program away here only for people to copy. Right now, if I define A is 10 and I print the value of A, okay, and I print the value of A before I just write A is 10. Okay, let's put a little. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and run this program right now. So variable means you can store varying things. So you saw for the same particular printing for the same particular variable or the variable name A, it earlier stored 5. So when I asked it to print A, it printed the value of A, that is 5. Then I made it A is equal to 10, and then I asked it to print A's value changed from 5 to 10. Variables are one of the basic things you need to know when you're coding. In fact, if the very before example, when I wrote name is equal to something, name itself was also a variable which stored the input that the user gave. Are we clear so far? Hands up, please. Are we clear so far? If there's any doubt, please spam the chat. I'll be checking the chat right now. Okay, someone's angry with that joke. Aha, nice one. If you're good to go ahead, please raise your hand.
Yep, people are clear.
They're clear?
Yep, you should
go okay, and hands down. Oh, feels like an EDM concert. Hands up, hands down, hands up. Okay, I'll just stop. Right. So going on, variables are basically how you will store data. Okay, and continuing here. So variable declaration. So what do you mean by variable declaration? Is when you give a certain value to a variable. Just now I typed A is equal to 5, B is equal to 10.5 or something like that. That was a declaration, or declaration and assigning. Sorry. So declaration means you're going to declare to Python that soon there is a variable A that exists. Or in these examples, as you see on the slide, you see that there is a variable num existing. There is pi, ch, st, bool. Okay. Now the way you declare variables varies across different languages. Okay. It like basically you're explaining to them, you're explaining to different people in different languages how a particular value has to be stored in a particular memory location. Okay. If I'm speaking gibberish, don't worry. You can bug me with doubts when we have that session. We have a one-to-one session or something like that. When we have those breakout rooms. But yes, I really hope you understand what is going on so far. In Python, you need not mention the data type of the variable. So if you see, if others have experienced in Java or in C or in some other languages, you always need to mention the data type. अगर data type mention नहीं किया तो compiler रोता है, ये कौन है? क्या data type है इसका? बोल. The compiler starts crying. But here Python mein it's like, bro, it's cool. Okay, you just use whatever data type you want. I don't care. Okay, it's like you use anything you want. So your num is 5. It so type of num returns int. Pi is 3.14. Type of pi returns float. Ch is a. Type returns char. St is high Orion. I don't know why I put Orion there. St returns str, and bl is true because bl returns boolean value. Okay. Now what I mean by data type not mentioning. So this is something really amazing about Python. Okay. I'm just gonna erase this for now because these outputs are gonna get boring. So I'm just gonna type something. Okay. A is equal to 5. I'm gonna print A. I hope that by this much you understand that I've declared a variable A. In that I store the value 5, and now I'm printing A. That means I want the output or the value that A is storing. Now I'm gonna store A is equal to Unicode. And then again, I asked to print A. Okay? Those who have only experienced in C and Java may be potentially panicking right now. कि क्या कर रहा है? एक ही variable में दूसरी चीज store कर रहा है? नहीं, Python is really cool with it. See, first of all, I printed A is equal to 5. It printed A, the value was 5. Then I printed A is equal to Unicode. It automatically printed A. Let's do one thing. Let's do one more, and let's print the type of A. So you'll automatically understand that Python has automatically adapted that things are going good. Okay. So see, if you see, it automatically understood that A is 5 and class integer. It printed Unicode and then automatically understood its class str. So for Python, data types are not that much of a limit. Like a variable can have flexible data types. It's that variable. Okay, that joke may not have been understood by all. Moving on, we have something called indentation. So how do you mark in Python? How do you mark that you have a particular end of a line? Now, what do I mean by end of a line is that imagine you're writing an essay in English, okay? And if you're and you need to, whenever you're writing essays, you need to separate sentences. What do you use to separate sentences? You use a full stop, dot. Full stop separates sentences. So here, actually, each line that you see here, so like line number 1 or line number 2 is like a sentence in Python. Okay, in Python, you don't put any full commas or full stops or semicolons to mark the end of a sentence. You simply go to the next line. You use tabs, you use white spaces, or put the correct term, you use indentations. So indentation is basically how you're going to separate your things. Okay, about these block kind of codings or this complex Python code, don't worry, we are going to be covering all of this. In fact, Harsh is going to cover all of that. He's going to be a really amazing guy at that point. And in Python, semicolons do not hold much importance, but white space does. Okay, what white space is, ये जो space डालते हो तुम, the space that is not visible right now because the compiler is white. Dark mode में भी नहीं दिखता है, इतना खराब है वो. It is through indentation that Python understands that there are different statements. Okay, so that's indentation for you. What is the Boolean set of the integer is done? Variable declaration is done. Conditionals in Python. Okay, just the last thing before we have a quiz. Conditionals in Python. You remember me talking about something called as Boolean statement, something as true and false, and me saying about something has happened or something has not happened. Okay, so by what I mean by something has happened or something has not happened, that I'm going to put one word for that. That is called conditional statements. Okay, what conditional statements do is they check a particular thing. They check a particular Boolean value and they give a Boolean answer. Okay, what can I check? I can check if a value is equal to the other. If I can check if a value is not equal to the other. If I can check a value is lesser than the other, if it is greater than the other, if it is less than or equal to, or if it is greater than or equal to. There are several other ways you can check conditionals, but these are the basics ones. And since assuming no one has ever started coding, like a lot of people have not started coding here, these are the basics and the basic conditionals you will have in Python. Okay, so let's try and run all of these right now. Everyone back to REPL. And this time I'm gonna ask you for a little creativity. Okay, let's put again, I'm going to just delete all this code here. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 11, and let's say print. I'm going to put all of them. Okay, A equal to B. You notice whenever I'm outputting a value, I don't put quotations because this time I want the value of a particular variable or I want a value of a particular expression that I put there. If I put strings there, that means I want to print that as it is. Okay. So if I want to better understand that, I'm going to use A equal to B like this. So this means that it'll print A equal to B as it is, and the right side will print the value that is there over there, the value that is returned.
You missed a comma.
Oh, my bad. Thanks, Harsh. Otherwise, I would have faced a compilation syntax error, and much to my shame, in front of a bunch of at least 100 people. Ooh, scary. Okay. So I'm going to run this program. Okay, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 11. Okay, I'm going to ask some really difficult questions. Is A is equal to B? Is A equal to B right now? I think it's not. A greater than equal to B? I'm not sure. A less than equal to B? Okay, the first one should be less than equal to B. If A not equal to B, is A equal to B or is A not equal to B? That is the question. Let's run these values. You'll see that Python how Python evaluates things. So A equal to B checks if the values are equal. A less than equal to B checks if the value is less than or equal to. Pretty much how you understand how the statements mean. Greater than equal to B will check for the value over there, and if A not equal to B, the value is true because A is not equal to B. Let's make A 11 and see how things run. Now we'll see a different, wholly different output. A is equal to B also. A less than or equal to B, so it's an or over there, so it's true. A greater than or equal to B, again that's going to be true. A not equal to B, that's going to be false because they're actually equal here. Okay, let's also try some other basic operations. Okay, let's try to add them. What does this do? So A plus B is going to be the result of an addition of A and B. I'm pretty sure you will understand what's going to happen next. I'm going to print A minus B for now. I'm just going to put some simple arithmetics on them. I really hope everyone is typing with me. I will be waiting for a few seconds after this. And I will explain what this one means. You may understand, you may not. Let's see. I'm going to type a little slow so that everyone can quickly catch up to me. A slash B, comma A slash B. And I'm going to just use one more rather unknown one. A mod B. Maybe you've already seen what mod means. I'm not sure how much of maths you guys have done already in first year. Maths is kind of important according to me when you're learning programming because having good math skills is kind of helpful there. I'm gonna try just one more thing. Okay, and I'm gonna run this. So why did it run? Okay, I'm just gonna try running it again. Yay! Right. So we have, okay, let's put some smaller values here and run this. Okay, Rebel is a little slow. Okay, so for A equal to 2, A equal to 3, I guess all these four values you could have guessed already. A plus B adds A and B. A minus B subtracted A and B and gave a negative answer. You can store negative numbers in Python. Yay! A star B, I guess you can guess what that means. A star B means A into B. A star B means multiplication of A and B. A slash B means A divided by B. 2 by 3 is 0.6666666. See, itna mehnat karta hai, right? So many sixes. We just write 0.6 and then 0.67. That's we're done. But no, it's a computer. He has to do the work. वो 0.6666 तक जाएगा. And कितने जाएगा वो भी देख लो. That's sort of important. And A mod B. Now, what does A mod B means? It is the result of the division when it is the remainder of the division where A is divided by B. If A is divided by B, what means 2 divided by 3? What is the remainder? Obviously, the answer is 2. The last one I'm gonna keep as a hint, as a quick question. What do you think is that?
If someone isn't able to read the value, I'll even read the value out. It's 8.
One sec. Is that fine?
Yeah, it should be fine now.
I'm sorry, I didn't see that here. Thanks, Harsh.
Yep.
And
somebody mentioned in the chat called indices. Yes.
Indices. 2 raised to 3. That's good. 2 raised to power, a power b. So double star means a raised to b. 2 cube. Nice. Raised to. Yes, smart people here. Okay, that's good. Okay, I hope you guys are catching on to this, what is going on. So that was actually, I'll go to zoom in aage se whenever I use REPL. I'm not sure if there's any option to increase text size. Is there, Harsh? Do you know about it? I don't think so, right? Okay, I'm just going to zoom in for now. Okay, so this was basically, we just considered some conditionals and we also did some arithmetics, okay? Arithmetics plus minus subtraction, division, mod. I guess utna hi hota hai basic arithmetic mein. And does anyone know what the basic, like, do you all remember what was the order of precedence, what you should do in maths? It was, I forgot the, what do you call it? Yeah, people are raising their hands. I'm gonna allow you to. Yeah, it'll be better if you guys could chat right now. I can't unmute you guys just yet. Board mass. Ooh, yeah, board mass. Great. Has anyone heard of PEMDAS? PEMDAS? Yeah, board mass was the one. Ilate. Yeah, okay. Inverse logarithmic arithmetic. Yeah, great. And okay, so yeah, so there are many order precedences you can see here. Ilate is basically ekdam advanced functions, but we're not going to go there. We are still going to stick it to simply addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So yeah, board mass is what is going to be followed. This will be a quick homework for you. Find out if Python follows board mass. Okay, and get back to me later. Just a second. Sorry, I have these problems with these headphones here. Okay, it's pop quiz time. Hoo-hoo. So, okay, pop quiz right now. We're on to https://kahoot.it. We're going to use Kahoot now. I'm just going to stay on the screen. I'm going to move Harsh, get out of the way. Yeah, I'm going to keep the screen on for 2 seconds. If you are too lazy to type Kahoot.it, go ahead. I've got you covered. Just scan that barcode you see right there. It's going to take you to Kahoot.it, okay? I'm just going to wait for 1 minute here. It's pop quiz time. Come on, guys. 547. Yeah, go on. Scan it and head on to Kahoot. Okay. I'm gonna keep that here. Okay, if one of y'all could, one of your lovely OC could just put the, what do you call it, link. You know what, I'm gonna do it. Just turn off screen share for a minute. Yes, it's gonna ask for some game pin. Okay, why is this giving such huge things? Please just go ahead and join that pin. I'm gonna be provided as soon as possible. Let me just quickly launch that game for you guys. It's gonna be giving you a pin. Yes. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Let me just quickly set up Kahoot. I'm sorry for that delay. Okay. Okay, guys. Are we ready? I'm gonna screen share the pin now. And okay, so quick rules about this game. You're gonna be needing to keep seeing the screen. You're gonna only see options on your screen, and you're only gonna see the questions gonna be on my screen. So you need to keep my screen up. Okay, questions will be on my screen. Options you can answer from your own screen. The game pin is 9455967. Enter a really nice name for yourself. Maybe your own name will be better because you're gonna display the top 3 winners. Okay, great. People are joining in. 9455967 code. Who entered Govind Vartak? Come on, guys, this is recorded. That's amazing. Okay, around 80 people done already. Okay, the One Punch Man fan shows himself. Saitama. Vanch, babyface. Okay. Sarvagya. Sapex 14. Someone likes our SAP number so much. Okay. Ananya is here. Dishant. Great. Welcome, guys. Rambru. Aquatic Wildcat 21. Kevin 11. Oh, that's a quick name. That's a clever name. Karna. Is that a name? I'm sorry. Quickly, let me adjust my chair. My chair hates me. Okay, I guess 97 people have joined. Are there more? Are there any more? Are there any more? I think there are 100 people on this meeting. Come on, guys. Hurry up. We don't have a lot of time. Why are we losing people? How many people are there on this? 115 people. I expect. Okay, fine. I think we can start. Rest all can join in whenever they can. So I'm going to start this quiz now. HackPrep Day 1. Quiz 1. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Quiz. Which of the following is not a core data type in Python? We just discussed kind of this. Or maybe you can Google your answer or something. You have a minute. Dictionary, class, list of all of these or all of these. Some of these questions are for. Okay, do not spam the answer in the chat. Do not do that because this is a pop quiz for everyone. We will be covering this soon. In case you don't understand this. But you may have seen these the code data types in the image already, so you should have gotten the answer by now. Let me sip on my coffee. Okay, 87 have answered. 88. Come on, guys. Go on. Fast. You only 12 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and time's up. So the answer is class. Dictionary and list, you may have seen already in that image over there. So they are actually core data types in Python. Class is not a core data type in Python. If you don't understand what this means is, we will be doing that in a moment later. We will be discussing what class are, what lists are, and what dictionaries are. But class is something that was not a proper data type, not a core data type in Python. Okay, moving on to the next one. So we have our top 5: Mihir, Ayush, Pritam, Deep, and Parth. Okay, let's see how you guys do in the next level. What is the output of the following statement? Okay, if these are really quick, understand that we're augmenting two strings together. This first quiz is basically to check how many of y'all actually know Python beforehand and to see how many of y'all are ready to learn right now. What is the output of A plus BC? Nineteen, 18, 17 seconds to go. 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and poof. Okay, we're gonna be teaching through this as well. So the correct answer is ABC. In fact, I'm really gonna skedaddle over there and show you on the shell. Okay, I'm just gonna run it here only. Okay. But now, so another way you can actually launch Python is using the interpreter over there. So I'm just gonna say A plus BC. It's gonna basically combine those two strings and give you an answer as only ABC. Or if you wanted to see it here, I'm just gonna type print A plus BC, and I'm gonna run this. The output you're gonna see at the very last is ABC. So it just combines those two strings together. That's how Python works with strings. Moving to the next. So we have Mihir leading with Priyambi second, Trump third, Kratos and Raj. Okay, Rajdi. Which of the following is the correct extension of a Python file? How do you save Python files? When you save a Python file, you may have seen already on the REPL.8 how the Python file is saved. That's why I said keep staying tuned to this thing. If you're paying attention, you're gonna get all the answers. So fatavat, say all the hints are scattered here and there. If you're not getting these answers right, don't worry. We planning to teach you through these answers as well. We just need to make it more interactive and interesting. So it's okay if you don't get these answers right now. $15 to go. Okay, so the answer is .py. A lot of y'all got it. For the hint, it was right here. It was saved as main.py. So Python files are saved as main.py. Okay, if you all are Googling right now, okay, maybe. It's okay. Mihi is still first, Priyambi second, Trump third, Raj D and Shantanu. Okay, don't worry. Up 11 places. Devang is the highest climber. Come on, let's go on, Devang. Let's see you win this. In which language is Python written? This is a little history on Python. This is only general knowledge based on Python. Those who will know him, who may know. If you don't know, don't worry.
Yeah, you can Google it. Google does give fast answers.
If you can within a minute, let's see how fast your Googling has become. Copying in these term tests or NSEMs.
Don't give them ideas.
I won't. Take another sip of my coffee. Ten seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay, the answer is C. It's written in C. Those who wrote English, that's what I thought too. Okay, so me, despite knowing Python for so long, I did not know that Python was written in C. So it was something for me to learn as well. So I thought, yeah, Python is actually structured on C. How amazing is that? C is another language. So Python is actually what you call an interpreted language. Okay, it quickly interprets what is written on, or it interprets your lines code line by line. Okay. Python is an interpreted language. You're gonna see. I'm gonna explain everything on that later. I don't wanna confuse you guys with big gibberish or jargon words. But Python was actually built on top of another language. So how amazing is that? Python was written in C. 16 players just hit answer streak 3. That's so amazing. Okay, great. Trump goes first. Trump के election का time हो गया था. Trump is okay. Let's go on next. Which of the following is not a keyword in Python? Keywords are basically reserved words, something which Python people will know. Keywords are specifically reserved words. So this is something you may, if you have used Python, will understand. If you don't worry. I'll be explaining what a keyword is after this. Okay, this has been very close answer. So yeah, okay, maybe people are just thrown out answers here. It's okay, but the answer is raise. So while, try, with, and raise. Let's just type these words. Okay, what keywords mean are specific reserved words in Python. Okay, there are certain reserved words. Every language has certain reserved words which only it understands. Otherwise, you'll just type any gibberish and the compiler won't understand. So let's quickly see. Val, try, with, and raise. How do you understand if it's a particular way? The easiest way to understand it is whenever you have a certain value or a certain text that you enter that changes its color after you type it. So you see, with became blue immediately. So with became blue, that means it is a reserved word. Let's see what was the next one. That was try. Try. The moment I type try, it becomes blue. Try is actually a keyword, a reserved word in Python. All of them have their different meanings. We are going to ask you to see all of them on your own later. Okay, moving on to the next question. We have, let's see the scoreboard. Combo breaker. 12 people just dropped their answer to pick 3. Kratos is back first. Trump ka time khatam ho gaya. Where is Trump? Next quiz. What is the output of the following code? What is the output of this? Okay, this only a few people will understand. Maybe it's okay if we can skip this question for now. We'll discuss this later, okay? I'm really sorry for that one. 7th question. What is the following is correct for A power B? Come on, I need everyone to get this correct. I should not see one wrong answer for this one. Come on. Okay, I'll just allow Dave to mute. Right, so everyone got it as A. Okay, we have people who wrote this. A star star B. We just did this on Replit. Okay, no worries. A star star B is the correct answer for A power B. Let's see the scoreboard now. Someone is high up. Priyambi is first. And is the second last question now. Which character in Python is used to make a single line comment? Now, what is a comment? Comment is something that is you will see which are not used in codes. Okay, a lot of people may be able to answer this one. Judging from the answers, I guess a lot of people have a good idea of Python, or they are sitting together like, ye answer dal, ye answer dal, ye answer dal. I'll just make a few changes in the settings for now. Yeah. Okay, so one guy had a problem regarding being unmuted. I guess your issue is resolved now. But please, I hope you guys just don't unmute. Otherwise, I'll have to take that option away again. Okay? Don't unmute randomly. Please raise your hand if you want to unmute yourself. Great. So what is a comment, first of all? A comment is something that you write for others to understand, others to understand your code. Okay? It's like, I can hear myself again. Okay. Let's say I'm just saying printing conditionals. You see how that code, um, the line or the color of the text automatically changed. Like it's not the normal print or the Python code you're writing. It's something different now. So this is something called a comment that is only used for Python. That is used in Python. That is used in a coding language for others to understand what you have written over there. For the humans to understand when they read your code. Coding and documentation is something really important, and we'll be talking to you that we'll be talking about it in a while soon. So hashes is used for making a coding board. Priyambi stands first, Kratos second, Shantanu third, Saurav then Om Shukla. Okay, and up 27 places, Ayushi is the highest climber. Looks like it's a really strong competition going here. Let's see. Question 9 of 9. How do you define a block in Python? This was discussed in the presentation. Let's see how many of you all get this. This is the last round. Let's see who wins the first test. 10 seconds to go and 89 answers. Guys, we discussed this. Come on. Or at least a hint what was given. At least a hint was given. Come on. You guys can do this. I have faith in you guys. The answer is indentation. A lot of you all have answered it correctly. If you remember in the presentation, there was something called for showing blocks of code. Block 1, block 2, block 3. You show blocks of code using indentation. Okay. So let's see what the podium of our first quiz is. Number 3, points at 6072 is Shantanu. Number 2, 667 is Kratos. And number 1, who got 8 out of 9 answers correct, is Priyambi. Congratulations, Priyambi. You're the winner. Runners up are Saurav and Om. Om. Yeah, great. So that was great. I hope you guys liked that small quiz. If some people who know Python and are like, come on, I should have won this one, there's another one for you. Don't worry, and that's a lot harder. Okay, that will be only primarily for ones who already know Python really well. So we make sure you guys don't get bored at all. Okay, but judging from this quiz, this was good for me because I feel that you guys do have are getting this what I'm trying to say now. So I guess I can speed up a little bit now. Okay. Decision making statements. Harsh, anytime you want to take over, you can. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Just
So you want to take over this one?
No, you go on. I'll speak up in between.
Cool. Decision making statements. Ooh, ये क्या है? Every time in life, we are forced with certain chances where you have to make certain decisions. College कौन सा जाऊँ? उठूँ कि नहीं? बार जोर से लगी है अभी उठ के जाऊँ कि नहीं? ये session छोड़ूँ कि नहीं?
Hold up. Your MS Teams is in between. Okay.
Right. I'm just showing myself right now. That's why. So a lot of people have these decisions to make in life, right? Like so many decisions. Some decisions are not even asked to make. Anyways, so this time we're going to make decisions with code. Okay. So decision making statements are those that you're going to use to have certain to make the program behave when something or the other happens. You all remember conditional statements. Now, conditional statements are how you use what do you get? Prices. We'll let you know about that. Okay. Yeah. So conditional statements. You remember there was some that they said that something happened or something didn't happen, right? So decision makings are कि ये हुआ तो ये करना है, नहीं हुआ तो वो करना है. जो करना वाला part है, करके आने वाला नहीं, करना वाला part है. That is in decision making statements. Okay. So decision making statements are in Python right now. We only have if, else, and if, else, if, else, if, else, if. But this is how a basic syntax looks like. If condition, you're gonna do code 1, else code 2. Or if condition this, else I'll teach to you later. Let's go on and just print some stuff now. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this code for now. If let's say a, let's think of a quick one. Okay, I guess you guys all know what elections are. Let's take another simple example. Okay, so let's take age as an input. Okay, now since I need an age as an, I'm just going to take an input here. Okay, I'm just going to make a program with you right now. Let's say enter your lucky number. Okay, and I just this program is rather going to be rude right now. So if I just say if age equal to 7, so this was a current conditional. Okay, I'm going to print. That's fine too. Else, I'm going to print. Okay, and I'm just going to take a number now. But hold up, I just took an input right now. I need an age, right? Since I need an age, I need to convert my answer into an integer, and that is why I'm going to specify to it. I need the integer version of this answer. So input basically takes a string as an input, and when I put int there, I'm going to convert it into an integer that I need. So age is equal to int of that. Enter your lucky number. My lucky number is 7. Oh, that's mine too. Okay, wait, I wrote that program, so that's gonna be my lucky number. 8 is back, so it's not my lucky number. So what happened was, if the age was equal to 7, the if condition ran, and if it wasn't equal to 7, the else part ran. Okay, so now let's see. Let's say we want to check for more than one conditions. Let's say I'm gonna check with the number is 7. Let's say I have two lucky numbers. Okay, I'm gonna check if the number is also 9. Let's say that's my super lucky number. Else, uh, so okay, I'm just gonna run this program as it is now. Something's gonna go wrong though. Oh, something went wrong. Someone said invalid syntax. This is what I was saying about indentation. Okay, so what happens in indentation is that white spaces is how you separate code. Else should not have been in an elif, so it should go outside that. Elif means else if. It's a short form. Python doesn't like to write long things. Okay, like in Java there is system.out.println something. Python is simply print something. If that was gibberish for you, don't worry. Just ignore what I said. If age is 7 or if age is 9, we're going to have different outputs. Else, bah. Run that program again. Now if I put 7, it's only going to put that's mine too. And out of and the program ends. If I'm going to run and I print 9, I'm going to get a super lucky number. Okay, yay, thanks to me. If that is 10, I'm going to say, bah, that's not a lucky number for me. Okay. If elif all of this is good, I just need a show of hands. Sab samjha ab tak. If everything's good, are we still on the same page? Quick show of hands. ये बोल रहा हाथ उठा ले, हाँ चल हम भी हाथ उठाते हैं, अभी उठाने के लिए बोल रहा है तो प्लीज ऐसे नहीं. Let's have some actually समझाओ तो प्लीज हाथ उठाना. ये like we're trying our best not to keep it a boring lecture right now. Okay, I think people have got it. So let's go hands down. If people like Marvel, this is similar like Avengers Assemble, Avengers Disassemble, right? Feels nice. Anyways, that's why I'm doing it again and again. If else if is basically how you handle conditions in life. Okay? If decisions were so simple, life के decisions कितने difficult होते हैं यार. But anyways, we have Python. We have to tell it some things. If there's a simple condition, it has to evaluate or doesn't have to evaluate. Things get a lot more complex when you are actually doing actual conditional statements. I'm showing you the basic and the most simple examples just so you can understand what is going on. Okay. Now, how many of you all have seen Indian serials? I think a lot of people have seen घर पे सास बहू serial चलता ही चलता होगा. ठीक है. कभी किसी ने चाटा मारा तो ऐसे क्या 3 बार दिखाते हैं इस एंगल से, फिर इस एंगल से, फिर इस एंगल से, फिर इस एंगल से, फिर इस एंगल से मारते जाते हो. What happens is the same person being slapped again and again, right? Poor person कितनी बार चाटे खाता है वो. Okay, someone's requesting control. I'm gonna deny that. So things happen again and again, right? How cool it would be to just have someone do things again and again for you, not even having to do things, not even having to do the same मेहनत again and again. ऐसे एक बार pass हुआ तो pass, एक भी fail नहीं, एक भी केटी नहीं. That was such an amazing life though. But yeah, so that is something, or basically what I'm trying to say is when you want something to be done again and again and again, till a certain number of times. Okay, so that is basically what I'm talking about, or what the topic I'm talking to you about is how do I iterate my steps? So how do I iterate a simple function? For example, I have to print the value of something in a list. Okay, I say print the first element, then I write print the second element, then I write print the third element. ठीक है, 3 element का list हुआ तो ये चलता है. What if it's 1000 elements? Do I write print list number 1, element number 2, element number 3, element number 4, element number 1000? If I had to print an entire database in the world, तब तक बुढ़ा भी हो जाता. But so no worries. Already life has been made simple. There's something called loops. What loops are, or iterative statements are that they will repeat a certain section of your code multiple number of times till a specified condition. There are two types of loops you're going to use. There is a for loop and there is a while loop. Okay. So like I hope everyone's understanding what loops are. Show of hands, quick. And once you're done, keep your hands down. Okay. Show of hands, loop. What is loop? Something exactly. What does it mean? A loop is something, a statement that will repeat a certain amount of things again and again till a certain condition has been met. Okay. There are different ways to run loops. There is a for loop and there's a while loop. So for is actually when used when you know how many times you have to run it. Okay. I'm just gonna keep the int age wala part till here. Yeah, sure. I'll just keep it this now. I'm just going I'm going to put an integer for I in range. Now, what is all of this? I'll just tell you. 15. Okay, let's just put. For I in range 15. You notice after every important block statement or whenever you have an indenting statement, there is always a colon at the end of that thing. If के बाद colon है, elif के बाद भी colon है, else के बाद भी colon है, अब for के बाद भी colon है. I'm going to use another if inside this. Phi is equal to age. Print. Found you. Hi. Else. Print. Not yet. If the session is getting boring, I'm really sorry. I'll try to speed it up a little bit. But this is what I'm trying to do now. If I'm going to try to guess the age, how I'm going to guess the age is I'm going to check it with each and every number till 15. So 0 to 15 match हुआ क्या, 1 to 15 match हुआ क्या, 0 to 15 is 0 match हुआ क्या, 1 match हुआ क्या, 2 match हुआ क्या. चिड़िया आउट तो तब मैं आउट नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं. I'm just trying to run the numbers. So if I run this code and if I say enter your lucky number, I'm going to try 5. And let's see. Let's try guessing it. Try to check. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Found you. Number 5. So when I became 5, so what range does is range means from 0 to the number -1. Okay. So 0 to 14 चलेगा यहाँ पे इस केस में. So it ran every number from 0 to 14. I became every number from 0 to 14 in order to check some value. Okay. But this is kind of boring code. क्या not yet, not yet, not yet. अगर मैंने यहाँ पे मान ले 15 की जगह 100 रखे, so let's have some fun. Okay, and I do the same thing. I enter 5. Oh, bhai. This is not good code. Like, I don't want this, right? So what I'm gonna so this is kind of over repetitive. Like, I don't want so many outputs right now. Maybe I want them to stop a little after a little while. I'll show you how to do that for now. Okay, I'll show you that how in just a while. So, but this is how you run a for loop. Okay. Let's say I'm just going to keep this till 15 or let's say 10 only for now. Right. Instead, now let's see if I had to use a different, oops. Okay, something happened. I'll just comment all of these guys, okay? So comment means I'm going to now the compiler will not read those lines, okay? Now I'm going to try the different version, while, okay? So let's say I'm going to say I is equal to 0, okay? While I less than equal to 15, if, let's just copy all of this. I don't need this to be commented. And it's going to put I is equal to I plus 1. I'm going to increase the value of I once. If I don't do that, it's going to keep increase. It's going to keep the while loop will keep running. So what for does was it was for a value in a particular range, whereas while is simply checking a condition. While is checking if while that the statement inside is true, it's going to execute the code inside. Okay, let me run this one. And please load quickly. Okay, report does get slow a little while after a while. Let's hold on a second. Meanwhile, just take this time to keep writing the code down there, okay? Okay, why did it not run? Okay, here. Enter a lucky number. Stopping it. Running again. Yeah, enter a lucky number. Let's say I'm going to check 5. Okay. So same thing. Not yet. Found you at 5. And not yet. Jitna chala. So the output was the same, but the way you show it was different. Okay. For I in range 10, print age, like if for I in range 10, you're gonna run this. That means you're gonna run from numbers 1 to 10. While I was less than equal to 15, had I removed this I is equal to I plus 1, this is gonna run indefinitely, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to crash my screen right now. It's gonna run indefinitely because for always I was 0. I never increase its value. and I will always remain 15. What happened was I was 0 at this stage. I became 1 here. I became 2 here. I became 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I 15 hua. Then I became 16. When I became 16, the condition here became false and it stopped running. Okay, so far, so I hope so far so good. I'm gonna check again a bit. So coming back to the problem I mentioned right now, abhi ye thoda the code looks rather inefficient, right? Like how many times will you just put the same thing? It's rather boring. Like ये output अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है मुझे. So how about I ask the pro loop to stop once I find it? How about I break out of control? How about I break out of it? So when I run this loop and I press 5, it's going to stop after 5 because the break function, what it does is it returns the control of the current running compiler outside the current loop it was running. It's going to break the current loop it was running and go outside of it once you encounter break. Okay, someone was saying something?
Yeah, break is basically a keyword. The one thing that we said now, defined keyword that just stops the program. It's basically telling the program to bhai bas ab bahut ho gaya, just stop it and give the control back to the user.
Someone is saying कि sir Govind पे कोई break डाल सकता है क्या? बस अब बहुत हो गया. Some people might be like that, but ठीक है, almost done. Don't worry. Right. Moving on. In age ऐसे हो गया. So this is how for loops run, how indentations run. Okay, the same kind of code runs again and again and again for a large amount of time. That's how loops are. Okay. Now it's coding time. Let's make it some. Let's have everyone code something. Okay. Harsh, do you want to take over from here?
Should I?
Yeah, go ahead. No worries. You have so basically let's just make a simple game, or let's just make anything different right now. Or do we have the time, or should we just do this later now?
I think we should do it later. Because
yeah, actually we're running short on time, right? Let's just wind up as soon as possible. Okay, Harsh, you can take over from this now.
Yeah. So basically, abhi Govind ne bola itna sara data types hai वगैरह. List is another of the. I think I should present it.
You're presenting it? Cool. I'll take it down.
Yes. Just a second. I hope this is the perfect screen. Yes. Is it visible? Yeah. So if someone has programmed it before, you would know what is an array. Array is basically a continuous data structure. Data structure क्या है? Combination of data. Basically, list is basically some storage thing which stores different types of data continuously. So I can have a plastic bag. अगर list को ऐसे consider करना है तो that has X amount of things put into it. तो अभी trial list देख लो. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 things put into it. So let me go to the code. We'll have a sample list. बोर हो रहा तो बोल देना.
नहीं होगा भाई, तो भी तो स्टार्ट किया है.
So we'll put some random things into the list. Say hello. And we'll put something like true. So list is basically a data structure which can hold anything inside it. तो उसमें तुम्हें जो डालना है डालो. It will hold everything. ठीक है, बहुत अच्छी चीज है, बहुत friendly चीज है. Okay, that's more than enough. And how do you print things inside? So now list has a particular syntax to print things. So if I say print sample list. Yep. So it's printing everything inside a list with those brackets. Now, if I don't want those brackets, I can basically put a bracket over here. And now what you have basically what do you call these? Yeah, positions, if you could call it. Yeah, so list has something called as positions in it.
Indexes are what I heard.
Yeah, you would call it as an indexes in a formal manner. And For a programmer, always indexes start from 0. ये याद रखना, normally counting तुम 1 से शुरू करते हो, but programmers के लिए counting starts from 0. अभी से थोड़ा change कर लो खुद में, वरना फिर बाद में जाके रो दोगे, ठीक है? So index for a list will always start from 0. So my first element in a list will always correspond with index 0, then 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 blah. Now there is something, तुम लिस्ट को उल्टा भी पढ़ सकते हो, बट अगर उल्टा पढ़ना है तो ऑब्वियसली यू विल हैव टू गो बिलो 0. सो इफ यू टाइप -1, इट विल प्रिंट आउट द लास्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ द लिस्ट एंड देन इट विल गो ऑन. तो नाउ इफ यू वांट टू प्रिंट दिस लिस्ट, अभी अगर मुझे सिर्फ हेलो चाहिए तो आई विल प्रिंट इंडेक्स 0. हेलो आया, सेम थिंग 1. Now Govind showed you the for loop, correct? Yeah, he is doing it. Hello again, doesn't matter. तो for loop का है ना एक बहुत अच्छी चीज है Python की, at least it can take in data types as well. So if I say for I in sample underscore list, I just print I. Can anyone tell me output क्या आएगा?
First you forgot in.
क्या?
For I in sample.
For I in.
Oh yes, I forgot. Sorry for that. So here I've printed everything inside the list. अब देखो lists में for loop run हुआ. I don't need to specify anything. Python is smart enough for that. So hello 1 true. हो रहा है? चलो लिस्ट से आगे बढ़ते हैं. लिस्ट में और क्या चीजें हैं? आई डोंट थिंक सो एनीथिंग एल्स शुड बी रिक्वायर्ड, बिकॉज इससे आगे जाऊंगा तो सड़ने लगोगे या फिर दिमाग उड़ जाएगा. ठीक है, छोड़ो. ओके, विल कम अप टू डिक्शनरीज. नाउ डिक्शनरी इज समथिंग लाइक अ स्टोरेज विथ अ लेबल. ठीक है, अब तुम्हारे घर पे कोई लाइब्रेरी होगी तो उसमें यू विल हैव सम सर्टेन सेक्शंस टू स्टोर थिंग्स. सो हियर इन डिक्शनरी यू विल हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड एज अ लेबल, and in with the label you can add something else as well. तो किसी में भी कुछ भी डाल सकते हो. Dictionary is basically that. Another kind of it, REPL में जाके दिखा देता हूँ. Now what's wrong? Oh, I get it. Sorry for the syntactical error. Yeah, so I'll explain how do you define a dictionary. So the dictionary will have something called as an index, and index के साथ तुम कुछ define कर सकते हो उसके अंदर. हाँ, this thing, the index needs to be unique. बाकी इसके आगे कुछ भी डालो. की वैल्यू पेयर उसको बोल सकते हो तुम लोग. की वैल्यू पेयर होगा दिस बीइंग द की, दिस बीइंग द वैल्यू. वैल्यू में कुछ भी डालो, की में कुछ भी डालो, की मस्ट बी यूनिक. And now dictionary has a few functions as well. If I say dot keys, it will just return the key. Dict dot key is name, whereas I got a more about. See, okay, अब इसमें for loop run करूँ क्या? I don't know. Should not. Okay. So we'll go to something called as functions. Now what are functions? अभी गोविंद ने इतना लंबा लंबा कोड तुम्हें बना के दिखाया. Now if you want to do 10 different kinds of things with the same type of code, वो 10 बार कोड थोड़ी ना कॉपी पेस्ट करो. अभी गोविंद ने एक सेम चीज 10 बार कॉपी पेस्ट की थी, प्रिंट 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 प्रिंट, बराबर नहीं. अब मुझे वो नहीं करना. ठीक है, लेट्स मेक समथिंग. Govind, could you give me an example as to what functions do we want to make?
Let's say you want to find a function right now, right?
Yeah.
Let's use the one that I used, lucky number wala only. Let's return lucky number, या non-lucky number, या super lucky number.
Okay. Def. So def is basically the keyword when you have to define a function. Def lucky number. And in the brackets, it's basically what number or what value do you want to feed the function. So I'll say num, just a random variable. Now let's say if num speed is fast, just बोल देना या फिर कुछ अगर गलत कर रहा हो तो भी बोल दो.
Let's do return, Bartak. Let's do return. Let's return string only.
Oh, okay. Just let's return. Okay, so we know what return is basically.
While Bartak types, Bartak, you go on typing, I'll explain the function.
Yeah.
So what function does is, function, as I said, it's going to be recording, recording will be available. We will be answering that question soon. But let's say there's a function, okay? The function will execute a certain with a certain step of code, which you don't want to do again and again and again. So you're going to just, the function will process, you're going to give it an input, it's going to process what you've done and then return a value. The moment a compiler sees a return on a function, that means that's where it's going to stop its execution. Okay. So now Harsh has typed something. So now let's just print lucky number, Harsh. Let's just print directly. It's okay. Oh, okay. Whatever, how you want to do it.
Okay. I'll just print the lucky number.
Yeah. This thing is both is written.
Okay. So what happens is right now the lucky number returns something. So when I type this function, it is going to send something back to the compiler. Oh, okay, it got indented. That's bad.
Yeah. And else I just write return blah 0. Okay. And let's say if the lucky number is 9, just let's return 9. Okay. And the number is 7, let's return 7.
Okay. Let's say 7. I'm just feeding the function. Okay. कोई input नहीं ले रहा मैं. Yep, it returns 7. Let's say random number.
No. A very flat no.
Rejection मिल गया function से, ठीक है, but अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकते.
Hi.
Okay. So this is something what you call as a function. आप function ये print जो भी दिख रहा है तुम्हें screen पे, input लिए जो भी, all of these are functions that are predefined in Python. If you could Google a few predefined functions, that will help, because अगर अभी मैं बताने जाऊँ तो
in fact, the ones you've done so far, like print itself is a predefined function. Val, keys, the one you showed initially, that is also a predefined function. So predefined functions, Python now is really amazing with its functions. Okay, so it has so many functions to do so many things such amazingly. Okay, I'm going to show you examples of how powerful Python is in the section possibilities of Python. But it's really nice when with these predefined functions. वो C Java में नहीं मिलता है, Python में फटाफट काम हो जाता है. There are a huge list of predefined functions. That's why Harsh cannot name them right now.
Yeah, because Python is something so huge. Every day something new comes up. So और रट्टा नहीं मार सकते इस चीज में. So sadly I can't name everything. Okay. And functions are basically, अभी बताता हूँ तुम्हें. Functions are really important part of the coding, because सब अगर कोड लिखने जाओगे तो कोड रिपीट होगा, redundancy बोलते हैं इसको. And second thing, पढ़ने वाले को बोर होगा, because you can't read 100 pages of code that does the same thing again and again. So when you find something in your code, अभी तुम बड़ा कोड लिखने लगोगे, अभी 5-6 लाइन का लिख रहे हो, आगे जाकर हजार लाइन के लिखोगे, hopefully, ठीक है, तब you will have to shorten your code so that your code is optimized and अच्छा दिखे, सुंदर दिखे, because पढ़ने में कंटाला आता. Then is when you use functions. ठीक है, तो अगर खुद से implement करना है, if you want me to give you some time to randomly dab around in the functions, just chat box में बोल दो, वरना मैं continue कर लूंगा 1 मिनट बाद.
I think we can continue.
I think we should
use the function step. ना ये भी दिखा दे एक बारी.
क्या?
Okay, no, let's not choose that functional example. That's another functional example that is there over there right now. The function on the presentation. You can show that. Just copy paste it on the.
Yeah, should I? Okay.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Okay, let's hope the indentations are proper. And here we go.
Function example.
Yes. What's the problem? Oh, yes. As you can see, keyboard से type नहीं किया है.
Oh, I muted the entire time. I was taking something. Sorry.
And string copy की है, तो.
No worries. Sorry, Harsh. So yeah, we're just gonna quickly make that changes, Harsh.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it is just string literals that are a problem. Okay, like, every language has its own, you can say, problems. Every language has cries of its own. कि भाई ये मेरा double quote नहीं है, मेरे को यही चाहिए. I think even DJ Sangvi will fail. You'll have to. Let's not have DJ Sangvi. Let's put someone else's name there.
Why?
Let's put DJ.
Yeah, not make it obvious.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, so you could see the example had a lot of flaws, and is thing that we are doing, checking the error, reading what the error is, and changing the function. It's basically called debugging. Okay,
Yep.
That's a skill that a programmer must have. And you can't write 100% perfect codes. If you can, you're a god.
No, that means you copied.
Yeah, copied is more obvious, but like there are a few exceptions who may write 100% code. Then yeah, you can. Yes.
Beyond.
Okay, so let's go into the bit of a dirty thing that you called as class in Python.
Maybe we should cover classes in Django, Harsh. We do not have time. I'm not sure.
I think yeah. We should cover classes during the Django part of it. That's on, I think it's on 11th. Or when is it?
Yeah, that's the third session when we're doing web development backend.
Yeah, I think we'll cover classes then, because this thing goes a bit dirty and class is everything that you can do a lot ahead.
Stack Overflow OP. You guys already know what Stack Overflow. When we were at first years, we were like, hey, क्या होता है? Stack Overflow?
Okay, you should go and Google Stack Overflow. Whatever error comes, somebody else must have already have that error, and uska solution bhi udhar mil jayega. You can just basically go and copy the code, whatever they give. It's basically, what do you call it, Bible for us?
Official copy.
Yeah. Okay. Now Govind called for documentation of code. अभी गोविंद ने तो इतना अच्छे से documentation बता दिया. I'll just add what this is basically. Multi-line comments. Multi-line comment is basically अभी ये एक line है, right? और अगर कुछ लिखूं तो it gets defined. Python thinks I'm giving something to it. But अगर मुझे इधर story लिखनी है to explain programmer why I've done what I have done. Multi-line comments लिखूंगा. Multi-line comments में ये सब ignore हो जाएगा. Ooh. Not do it twice. Yep. पाइथन को तो नहीं समझा, बट अगर तुम लोग को समझा है तो प्लीज इंस्ट्रक्शन फॉलो कर दो गाइस. Yep. आ रहे hands आ रहे.
Nice subtle way saying, if you have followed this, please raise your hands. It's good, so many people are still watching.
Yep, people are with us. Hopefully not bored by what I'm doing, because the moment you enter functions, people start getting bored or be like, अरे यार अब ये कैसे करूँ या something like that. A lot of errors get encountered. ठीक है.
Right. Should I take the next section, Harsh? Possibilities
Yeah.
of Python?
Yep. I think I'll stop the screen sharing.
Okay. To make it a little more interesting, so you guys may be wondering why are we doing Python today? Like a quick answer to that. Ki bhai Python, like out of all the languages, why did we take Python first of all? So here's the answer. Okay, Python has too many possibilities, and Python has huge libraries and huge possibilities. Okay, so I've just written here four big uses that you may have seen in Python. There are a lot of other uses. Python can do, web development. As you see in the top right, top left corner, you're gonna be seeing that screen really soon. Okay, we love giving Easter eggs to you guys. So the top left corner, we're gonna be seeing that soon. Bottom left is PyPy. That is a package. So what you can do is you can write your code, something that you've written. If you feel it's really useful, you can upload it online for other people to use. So there are huge Python packages over there. Packages by me, it's a collection of libraries, a collection of code. Put in an even layman terms, it's just a bunch of code that has been already compiled and tested and all of that, and it just directly be cloned somewhere, and the functions can be used somewhere. You can also use Python for game development. I am sure you can recognize the bottom right screen. That is being Mario. And the top right one is something I compiled especially for you guys. That is digit recognition based on Python. So that's on the left is written digits. On the right side, it's saying the probability of that digit. So it's recognizing the digits over there. That code is 100% Python using different libraries, of course. So it's seeing an image and it's telling you what digit you've written, even the most difficult ones. That is one big possibility of Python, and that section is called machine learning. Machine learning, ये तो सुना हुआ लग रहा है. Okay, this is one very small part of machine learning. We called deep learning. Deep learning may be image processing. So Python can also be used for image processing over there. Go ahead and scan these two. These are really important for us. We'll quickly wind up Python here, at least for the basics for you guys. You can see Python's resources, and a good Python cheat sheet is here for you guys for referring Python in our for further HackPrep, for further codes in HackPrep. So left one is Unicode's Python resources. This is something Unicode does for everyone. We share our resources for y'all. So this is on a GitHub repository. If you're, we will put these links soon after our session today, but you can scan these for now and keep if you want. These are Unicode's Python resources, and a good Python cheat sheet we found later. Okay, so now Harsh takes over back over here, and this is where I can. मेरी बकबक बहुत अब खत्म हो जाएगी. This is where Harsh takes on, because now you guys are going to learn what is version control. Okay, Harsh, all on to you now.
Yep, let's go back to Unicode HackPrep. Just give me a second, okay?
Sure.
Press that. Is the screen visible? Yep. Is it?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yeah. So people be like, what? Something that we put up in our forms, GitHub link. So what is GitHub? Many of them had come to us, doubts पूछे थे कि GitHub क्या है? Okay, I'll tell you what is GitHub. GitHub is something where all of your code is saved. तुम लोग अपना कोड पूरा जो लिखोगे ना, you can upload it over there for others to see. Basically, you're flexing what you have just done. ठीक है? It's a website. अभी Microsoft ने I think acquire करी है उसको recently. I don't know the exact details of it, but ठीक है. So how does GitHub look for those who did not? Why do I see this? GitHub looks somewhat like this, where all developers, this is basically a developers forum. Yep, developers forum for everyone geeky or whatever. And this is what a profile should look like once you have started doing a bit. Now don't worry, I do a lot of stuff. पागल की तरह कुछ भी करता रहता हूँ, so you'll see a lot of things. ठीक है, I'll not bore you into. You'll know this. Just remove it. ठीक है. So So Git is basically a version control software that you have in your PC. Now what is a version control? अभी अपन ने देखा कि we had changed a lot of code quite a few number of times and बहुत बार वो कोड में बहुत सारी errors है, ठीक है? Now I don't want all of these errors in my professional code. So what I'll do is मैं एक Git, okay, so Git is basically a software and versions बनाऊंगा मैं softwares की. अभी मैंने एक कोड बनाया which is running perfectly. Now I want to make some changes into it, but I want to go back to where it is. अगर मैं कुछ मस्त वाला कांड करके आया तो मैं क्या करूंगा? 100 बार तो कंट्रोल Z नहीं दबा सकता ना, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली एक बार के बाद बोर हो जाएगा. एंड अगर गलती से मेरा लैपटॉप मेरा बैटरी चली गई या फिर समथिंग, देन तो लग गई. दिस इज वेयर Git कम्स इनटू पिक्चर. Git में तुम लोग क्या करोगे? Just a second, I just this. Why is it? I just switch off the refill so that, yeah. Git में तुम लोग क्या करोगे? तुम्हारे कोड्स के वर्जन्स बनाओगे. वर्जन माने अब a पार्ट उसका सेम कॉपी विद सम एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन टू इट, वैसे ही तुम आगे आगे करते जाओगे. Git का क्या करता है? वो versions बनाएगा something like this. Now you see blobs. Now don't focus on these numbers. What's important is this circle. This circle stands for complete collection of your files. ठीक है? अभी मैं अगर कोई change करता हूँ, so this is your present thing. इसमें मैंने 100 changes किए and now I want to save these changes somewhere. So my command for saving these changes so that I can come visit back to it is git commit. When I do commit, see, this thing just got saved and मैं आगे चला गया. Now this becomes a copy of your code which you can change, you can मस्ती कर सकते हो इसके साथ. अगर इसमें कुछ error आई, ठीक है, by anything that कुछ भी wrong हो गया या मेरा PC बंद पड़ गया, I need to go back. I just do git revert and then this code. Sorry for the background noise, it happens. Yeah. So now what has happened here? अब ये कोड था, ये मेरा खराब कोड था. I did not want to use it. So what I did was I told Git. Git is basically a very smart software. इसने मेरा ये पार्ट सेव करके रखा था, यहाँ का ये कॉपी हो गया. Now if you do want to visualize all of this, you could go on this site. मैं ये लिंक बाद में chat box में डाल दूंगा. ठीक है? Play around with all the Git commands. This is basically a very good visualizer some other programmer has made for us. ठीक है? This done. Okay. छोटा सा मीम था, बाद में देखते हैं. Okay. So working directory is basically what you had coded in. ठीक है? Then there is some function called as git add. Git add से क्या होगा? Git understands कि now you want to save this particular code somewhere else. So वो एक staging area में डालता है which you don't need to worry about now. Now git commit is what we did and git commit से ये अलग से रिपोज ये बन गई, एक छोटी सी कोड सेव की फैक्ट्री बन गई. Now the local remote repo. Where is the remote repo? Why do I see this? Yeah. अभी GitHub में हमने तुम्हें अकाउंट बनाने बोला था. And if you go into your account in GitHub, why do I see this again and again? Here. You can see create a new repository. This is what repository meant in that thing, remote repository. Now I can name anything I want, say testing. Don't mind my spelling. मैं typo बहुत कर देता हूँ, as you could have seen. So this is what a repository is. Now if I create the repo, ये GitHub पे बनेगा, ठीक है? अब ये quick commands दे रहा है. I don't need to see the commands right now. It will go above your head. ठीक है, ये मेरा GitHub है. Now, if I want to push some code, now what it is called as pushing from your local PC. अभी मेरे PC पे 10,000 लाइन का कोड है and I need to show it to someone. मैं पेन ड्राइव से तो नहीं दिखाऊंगा. It is really inefficient because अगर वो कुछ चेंज कर देगा या उसके इसमें कोड नहीं चलेगा तो क्या करूं? So what you do is you push the code to Git. तुम Git में वो GitHub पे वो स्टोर करते हो and उसके लिए कमांड है git push. ठीक है? Now अब टीम वर्क का तो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा बिकॉज अगर और भी बताने जाऊंगा तो बोर हो जाऊंगा. You would have seen I did a git revert over here. You see, this is basically to go back to a certain commit. Now if I want to go back to this commit as well, अभी इसको commits बोलते हैं. ठीक है, this whole blob you see over here is called a commit. Now, a lot of jargons over here, but ठीक है. You see, ये highlight हुआ and it came back over here. I think this does it for the day for Git. I think Govind, because इसके आगे it will be a bit of
it'll be a little too complex. But yeah, just remember what exactly that meant by Git. Okay, what exactly was the version control system? So just adding to that, version control system is already there in your life. Okay, तुमने Microsoft Word, as I said, Microsoft Word type किया, तुमने Control Z दबाया. What did you do? You just skipped to a version of the same page थोड़ा पहले.
You went back into past.
You went into the past. Okay, and when you keep saving your work, Control S दबाते जाते हो, you're committing your changes. Okay, this is something you can actually commit to. So anyway, so coders can mainly commit to their changes, and that's how Git works. Okay, and Git and GitHub is really important for you to know as a software developer. Okay, here at Unicode, also we are always contributing or collaborating with each other through Git and GitHub. Okay, we are. Harsh, could you open Unicode's GitHub repository here quickly?
Yeah, I'll just.
Unicode's GitHub account. Sorry, not repository.
Yeah, Unicode's GitHub account. I'll open. Yes, TJ Unicode.
So this is Unicode's GitHub repository. So we have all of our projects that we've done here so far. If you're interested, you can go through a few of them, like intelligence system, inventory management, departmental library management, transcripts. Some of the projects are under development right now. Some of them are being developed, as you can see slowly. So a lot of these projects, so these Unicode, this repository has been maintained like generations. Like this Unicode's repository has been, we are like, it's not that we make this repository, nor did our seniors make this repository, nor did the ones before them make this repository. उनके भी पहले बनी थी.
पुश्तों से चल रही है ये.
पुश्तों से चल रही है. पुश्तैनी ज़ेवर है हमारे ये. So yeah, and so a lot of these are like that. So like Unicode website का भी repository है यहाँ पे, and all that. So Unicode GitHub repositories are really important, and that is also why we asked you all to make your own GitHub accounts. Okay, and I see some of you all is written okay over there, या blah लिखा है, या gibberish लिखा है. Please make your own GitHub accounts. It's really important for you later on. Okay, because when we move on to actually showing you big structures of code, we will not help you type and set up everything. We will just give you setup stuff, or we will be just giving away all important structures on our own. Like हम लोग बना के देने के लिए, and we will be sharing our data or our code through GitHub. So you need to know how to use that. I believe Harsh has shown you the basic functions like pull, push. Have you shown them pull, push, fork? I was not here actually for a minute.
Pull, push, fork. I don't think they would know what things they are before they start probably GitHub, because the moment you start with GitHub, you'll know what is pull. I showed them what was push. I never pushed any code because मैंने PC पे अभी कुछ code लिखा नहीं है.
Right.
If I have, that's probably my internship code. अगर ये recording पे आ गया तो मुझे मार देगा. So I can't show that.
Okay, but simply saying git pull is when you have to take changes from someone. You have to check download the changes. Git push is when you want to upload or upload any changes. Git clone is when you want to just
पूरा का पूरा exact same structure वापस लेना है खुद के PC पे. किसी का छापना है basically. GitHub पे ये possible है करना.
Right. And git fork something on GitHub only, where there's an existing repository and you just need to fork it as in make your own version on your own account on it. Okay. Okay. Now let's just quickly get a little ahead and make the next quiz. Okay. You have People have raised their hands. Okay. Aditya, do you want to say something? I just want to me twice. Aditya Bhalerao,
Do you have any doubt, or is it just because पहले हाथ raise किया था and भूल गया? Yeah, probably they have forgotten. They're going.
Greha, Dhruv, anyone of you guys? Okay, I guess they just raised their hands and left it. Anyways, it's time for quiz number 2. So again, guys, just head on to kahoot.it and immediately get ready for quiz number 2.
इसमें आदित्य शायद से बोल रहा है.
Huh?
Aditya is trying to say something. शायद.
Oh yeah, Aditya, go on.
नथिंग ऐसे ही पहले जो किया था वही था. सॉरी.
It's okay.
Okay, no worries. This quiz may be a little difficult in Python, so I'm just gonna mute. I guess गलती से हो गया होगा. Right. This quiz is gonna be on Python as well as on Git. So let's hope you guys can get it. I am going to host this competition.
Good. I probably suggest you switch off screen sharing for a while.
No, it's okay. Everything's done. People should know how to use Kahoot. It's okay. Get ready to join this. Let's have round 2, quiz 2. Let's see who gets this. The pin number is 3870789, and you're waiting for players. Kahoot.it. Let's see how many same names do we see. I don't see any same names for now. Oh, I can see SapX14 again. I remember SapX14. Om Shukla, Omega Lal. Okay, is there someone a Daquan fan here? Simran, Bhumi, Shantanu, Dinesh, Dragonair, Messi. Rambrew is back. I remember Rambrew keeping there. Only 50 people. Git. Harsh, Hetvi, Parth, Devang, Devadretang, Rutuja, Rujuta, I'm so sorry. Rujuta. Govind Bhatta again. Okay, who is this guy? Ansh, Kushi, Bhumi, Saitama is back. DM, Riddhi, Deep, Riddhish, Riddhi SH, okay, maybe. Baburao Apte.
If we know Hera Fairy को ऊपर कौन लेके आया था?
Yep, now we know who's. Now you think. Hella. Hella. Okay.
Are there any more?
SS. Aditya B. Mickey CR7. Ronaldo fan. Darcy Lewis. Darcy Lewis. I haven't heard this name. Unicode is on.
WandaVision.
Sorry?
WandaVision.
Oh,
Yeah, she's from WandaVision. The doctor.
Right. So I haven't. No. Okay, only 66. We're stuck at 66. Is that all of the people who want to join this quiz right now? How many are there in the meeting? 77 people. Oh, okay. Hello world. Okay, I guess we'll start. Ready for round 2? Let's go. Quiz number 1. What if it happens if we type Z, X0, Y, 1? A dictionary Z is created. X and Y are the keys of dictionary Z. 0 and 1 are the values of dictionary Z, or all of the above. Quick. This is something discussed. 15 seconds to go. Okay, so the answer is all of the above. So right, that is dictionary set is also created. X and Y were the keys, if you remember what Harsh had said, and 0 and 1 are its values. SS is number 1. Mihir, Anushka, Priyambi, XYZ. Oh, I see Priyambi again. Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Round 2. Quiz number 2. What is the output of this following code? Oh, okay. This will be only for those who know classes already. So it's okay if we shall we skip this one, Harsh?
I think we should skip this one.
Yeah, we'll skip this one. No worries. Okay, someone got the answer already. Wicknick, very nice. Okay, and SS got that answer. What is the output of the following code? This one. Okay, this is rather interesting. It's a tricky question on while. Okay, so a lot of people have got the answer is I, and a very few people could answer that one actually. The answer is I, as I explained. First of all, you need to understand that in Python, you can even have a value not only in a range, but you can have a value in any list as well. Or since you can say a collection of characters, you can have an iteration run over a string as well. So sequence, anything having a sequence, you can run a loop on it. Going to the next one, let's see. SSS, XYZ, Anushka M, Messi, and Simran are on the lead board right now. Oh, I missed the one below. No worries. What is the output of the following code? Output of this. As I told you, Python has lots of libraries. So we are importing math library. We're defining a function here, and math.cost of math.py. We're calling main, and we're printing. What is what has main? What is
If
cost
people,
pi? It should be a hint. Sorry, Harsh.
no, I was about to say that exactly.
18 seconds, 17 seconds, 16 seconds, 15 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Poof, that's it. Time's up. The answer is -1. Oh God, what went wrong? What went wrong? There was no return written in that function. So that function typically doesn't return anything. So there is no output from that function. Gotcha. Trick question. Moving on to the next one. Let's see how many people. So Om Shukla is now the highest climber, and SS stands first. Simran Priyambi is back in the competition. XYZ and Anushka M. Let's see. Question 5 of 10. What is the output of this code? This is a rather trick question on dictionaries. A hint would be remember, things get updated. 3, 2, 1. And the answer is Unicode is awesome. Yeah, we know, we're just awesome. It's okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, but Unicode is awesome. The answer but that was that simply because the name again updated itself to Unicode is awesome. That was the hint. You have if you have same output, then it's the same key, then the key will get updated. The value will get updated when you change it. Moving to the next one. Up 21st, P is the highest climber. Who is P? S is first, Anushka second, Messi third, XYZ, Thor. Thor is here. What is the output of 2 equal to 2? What do you think of this one? What is the output of character 2 equal to 2, normal 2? Value error, true, type error, or false? Shall I include computer sounds for now? I am getting bored hearing the same audio. I'm alone. 16 seconds, 15 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one, and we're done. The answer is false. Some people thought value error, some people thought true, some people thought type error, and some people thought false. So this was a basic data types question. Python understands, or any code language will understand data in a different way. Let's quickly verify our answer if you want to. Let's print. Two equals 2. Let's run this answer. Okay. Okay. Answer was false. The last answer, very last answer, that was print 2 is equal to 2, was the answer was false. Next question. Next is the scoreboard. Om Shukla has the highest answer streak of 3. That's good. Okay, Josh, SS, and Vidita, we have we have no leaders now. Question 7 on 10. The git clone command does which of the following? I just said this right before this quiz. 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time's up. So the answer is makes a total copy of the repository. Good. You guys are listening to what I'm saying. That's nice. Some people said creates a new branch, and some people said creates a working directory. 9 players just hit answer streak 3, and we have a completely new scoreboard now. That's nice. Question 8 of 10, last 2 questions. To start contributing to a team project, what Git operation would you most likely invoke first? To better explain this question, let's say you already have a team, okay? We've already worked on something, but now you want to just take their stuff, and just download it to yourself and work on it for a while. And then let's see what's going to go on. So which Git command would you use? Check out, clone, export, or revert. To repeat, basically you are working within your team has already made some part of the code. Now you just have to take it to yourself and then work on it. So which git command will you use? Checkout, export, clone, or revert?
Yeah, that clone is on GitHub, okay. If that's what is important to mention.
Yeah, the code is already on GitHub. Yeah, sorry. 3 questions left, 3 seconds left, and time's up. The answer is clone. Good, you guys got it. Checkout is a different thing. You need to check different branches. Branches kya hai? Let's see. Export is nothing for right now. And revert was when you have to undo some changes. You don't have to be team enemies and undo what your team has done. You have to contribute further to the project. The question was not the team has made an error. The thing is, you need to start contributing to the project. Seeing the scoreboard, we have Josh, Anushka, Messi, Om Shukla, and Mihir. The second last question is now up on board. If a teammate for the project pushes a new code before you do, what is the first command you should put in your code? Should we ask this question right now? How should we save this one?
I don't think so. I think so.
क्या
Contribution नहीं किया ये लोगों ने.
So skip?
Yep, I think we
Okay,
should.
people are answering right now.
It's probably giving
Okay, let
a
them
fluke.
answer. Let them answer. Let them answer. It's okay. It's okay. Let them give the fluke also. It's okay. It's okay. Explaining the meaning or context behind these things, huh?
Yeah, if somebody is looking at Jinay's camera, he is probably whispering it out.
Jinay. Okay, I'm gonna keep this guy on screen for a while now. So that's what these guys have been answering, huh? Cheater. Everyone spam Jinay cheater in the chat. Okay, next. The answer was pull, because you have to download their code first and then work on it. If there's a new code, you download their changes and then work on it and then push it. Okay. We will discuss more of this as we go on. So basically, we're going to expect you to learn Git and GitHub by the end of the session as well, so that you can start contributing and get ready for your hackathon project at least. So we have Josh, Anushka, Om, Shukla, Vidita, and Kevin11. Let's see who has the guts to take the last question on question 10 of 10. Let's see who designs it. If you want me to make changes in your team's project and don't want to impact the flow, you should make changes in what? Okay, maybe we'll have to skip this question. I'm sorry. Let's have the answer was a branch for now. The thing is, if you have to make changes to your team's project, there is something called a main thing, and
we should show it to them. We should show it to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go on.
Yeah,
Harsh, you can screen share it. Just last concept, guys, and then we're done. And then just questions. And then you can only talk about yourself.
Yeah.
Session is winding up now. Yeah.
So now I am on the main thing, right? अभी मेरा team इधर काम कर रहा है. And now you know we can make errors. So we need to create something called as a branch. So the code for it, the command for it is git checkout -b. It means you're creating a new branch, and then whatever the name of the branch you want to give. Basically feature 1. So it has replicated. Yeah, now I'll commit to feature 1.
Now go back to master and commit something on master.
Yep.
Got commit, git commit. Huh.
Okay, so if you would
what
see
we said just now. Sorry. No, please take on. Sorry. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, if you could see something, what has happened is now both you and your teammate were on this one. अभी मेरा mouse pointer घूमता हुआ दिख रहा है, या अगर मेरा internet खराब है तो I'll just keep your mouse here. Okay, so you were on this block, ठीक है? Now you want to work on something that's completely independent of what your team is doing. So I should not physically touch this team's code. So I make a feature that is completely independent of what my team is doing. तो अगर मैं उसमें कुछ भी मस्ती करूंगा तो that does not affect my main code. Now what do you mean by main code? Every site that you see, every application that you see is a code. अगर उसमें मस्ती हो गई तो समझ लेना आपकी application crash होगी. That should not happen, right? So that's the reason why you do make branches. So this is one branch and this is basically जहां का code हमें लेना है. अब गोविंद तुझे और कुछ बोलना है? हाँ, तू बोल रहा था ना कुछ?
Yep. हाँ नहीं बस यही कि basically branching is something important, so that basically you're gonna move aside from how the team is going, you're gonna implement something and then come back again later on. Okay, so that's all we had. Okay, let me screen share now, Harsh. Let's wind up real quick. Our juniors are bored, they have questions, they feel they want to punch us. I don't know what. Let's see what happens. So the answer was this, and let's see what our podium is for quiz 2, final podium. Let's see if we have a winner again and again. 6 out of 9 questions correct is Om Shukla, third place. 6 out of 9 questions correct is Anushka, second place. And 7 out of 9 questions, the winner for HackPrep Day 1 quiz 2 is Josh. Okay, so we have 2 different winners all the times. Vidya and Kevin are runners up. Congratulations, guys, and it was really amazing. And it's really nice to answer more than half the questions correct this time. So I'm impressed, to be honest. And I'm just gonna leave this side. Really great, guys. You had finished up real well. I'm just gonna move on here. And since we have done this, we have ending our presentation. If there are any questions, first of all, I'll just allow me 2 minutes. Spam on the chat if you have any queries. Harsh, can you please answer them for now? I'll create breakout rooms. We're gonna send you out to your juniors. The meeting has officially ended. If you do not have any other further doubts, you can simply leave the meeting. And if you have doubts, please stay on. I'm gonna assign you to some one of my mentees to you, and I'm sure they're gonna be telling you everything they know, and they're gonna help you the most. Okay. How many breakout rooms should I make, Harsh, right now? How many mentees do we have? How many of us are there?
How many of us?
5.
5. Make 6 one.
5. 5.
Make 5.
5 is good.
Make 5.
Make 1 will be here. I'll be here.
Yep. So make 6 people.
Okay, I've made 5 rooms for now. Should I make them or should I okay, thank you so much, guys.
कोई भी doubt हो anything regarding to the college is
let's do one thing. Yeah, let's
rather than breakout rooms, let us keep
Stop
it
the
over
recording first.
Yeah. That's the most important.
Stop the recording.